It's time to stop fooling yourself.
Today, we're going to talk about our April tracking challenge. What's up, family? I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are Two Crazy Ketos.
And if you're new to our channel, welcome. Here on Two Crazy Ketos, we do different things like recipe videos and we do product reviews. We talk about various keto topics, and then every Monday, we go live on Keto on the Couch. We just kind of talk about what's going on in our lives for the week.
You can find us in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we have a website, which is twocrazyketos.com, and that's where you're going to find all of our different recipes. Now, we do upload at least 5 new videos every single week, so make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to hit the little bell icon, and that way, every single time my voice is a little squeaky, you'll be alerted to it.
So it is April, and we're back with another challenge.
Yeah.
And today is actually April 1st.
No joke.
And so, of course, it's April Fool's Day.
Seriously. And I want to brag on myself. I did not call and tell anybody some ludicrous thing like we're getting, we're moving, we're having a baby. I didn't try to fool nobody.
I like the Keto Chow one with peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, man. Didn't you wish it was true, though?
Yeah,
You were hoping it wasn't.
I was really
April
hoping
Fools.
that was not an April Fool joke.
Sorry.
But yeah, Chris and Miriam got me. So back to our challenges. If you are new to our channel, every month we like to do a community-wide challenge. It is not mandatory to do it, but we like to put different things out there for things that we can do together as a community, because that's what we're about. This channel is all about building a community, helping each other along in our journey, holding each other accountable. And we've had all kinds of challenges. We've had last April, the No Joke Challenge, learning
that was
fitness.
a fitness challenge.
We've done chop challenges where every day we try to incorporate different foods. We've done beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenges and egg challenges. And we like to do different things. And this month, we came up with the Stop Fooling Yourself Tracking Challenge.
Yeah, I think it's great just in time for April Fool's Day because let me tell you, I play the biggest jokes on myself.
Yep.
It's just true. Especially when I have any type of health goals, I'm trying to get, fitness in or keep my food plan going. A lot of times I can lie to myself and work in a lot of chaos that I didn't mean to drift into, but drift in I do nonetheless.
So I wanted to explain where this challenge came from, because we've talked about this on our vlogs. We've mentioned it on live streams and, on, the Keto on the Couch episodes. A lot of our challenges, I actually shouldn't say a lot, all of our challenges, all of the topics that we discuss on daily vlogs and things when we're like, hey, I want to talk about something.
Yeah.
They come from personal experience. They're not things of like, hey, let's come up with some crazy thing that everybody needs to do. It comes from a personal experience. And I think personal experience is what helps everybody be better. I mean, I know I look at Dr. Berry, one of the reasons that he is so passionate about what he does is because he had the personal experience of learning what he was recommending to patients before he discovered the keto carnivore lifestyle wasn't working. And how did he learn that? It didn't work on him.
Yeah.
And so that's where a lot of our challenges come from. Well, this one in particular, we came up with a couple of weeks ago. We were discussing what should we do, and we really had no idea. And so one day we were sitting around and Rachel's like, I don't understand why I'm maintaining.
Right.
I want to lose weight. I just did beef, butter, bacon, and egg. I did it before. I had a lot of body recomposition, but I didn't drop any weight, and I don't understand why. So that one particular day, we actually had Buffalo Wild Wings.
We did.
And I said, let's put everything into Chronometer and see where we are on an average day.
Just for laughs.
And lo and behold, we have been eating based on maintaining our weight. Now, we eat intuitively, so that means that we never are tracking anything. We kind of base in our head, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to eat this, and I'm going to eat until I'm comfortably satiated.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to track anything. And our comfortable satiation actually put us at the fat grams and the carbohydrate grams to maintain our weight, not to lose weight.
Which is not a bad thing. I mean, we are very comfortable with what we get to eat. I feel like I'm happy. I'm happy all day long. I'm happy every week. I love the fact that we have been able to sustain this good success for as long as we have. But it's maintenance. We are maintaining. If you want to get better, we're going to have to do something else, something more. We're going to have to take steps to get even better. And, you know, I am somebody that doesn't like to languish right where I'm at. I like to have goals where I can be doing better in some area of my life, whether it is, you know, fitness, reading, being more intentional in our marriage, whatever it is, in relationships, in your workplace. I think that sometimes you have to take a look of things and see, is there room for improvement?
But here's the thing. You love setting goals.
I do.
And you like to achieve goals.
I do.
But what you don't like is the accountability to achieve the goals.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us are that way. A lot of times I think what happens is we begin hitting a stall or creeping back up on the scale, for example, and we're like, I don't understand what happened. And that is because we sometimes get rid of that accountability. So that's where we're going to enter in the tracking challenge. And I do want to say, you do not have to participate in this.
No.
We put this out there, and if you want to participate, great. And if you don't, that's awesome too. But we've come up with a way that I think everybody can participate, whether you want to track your food or not. Now, we are going to say that the main focus, especially for us, is tracking food. Although we don't generally track our food, I think sometimes it is good to take a pause,
right,
and just track for a little while to either make sure we're on track or that, like, have we drifted off of the path that we're supposed to be, you know, on to achieve the goals that we're looking to achieve. So the first place that we are going to encourage you to track would be your food. And we always recommend Chronometer. There's a link for it down below. They have a free version. They also have a paid version. The paid version is $50 a year. I think our link gets you a couple of dollars off. I'm not quite sure. But the paid version is well worth the $50 a year because it allows you to do so many things. And we have that in our upcoming Chronometer video that should be out either today or tomorrow. We will have how to do Chronometer. We're going to say Chronometer for Rachel.
Yes.
That's what this is going to be called.
Yes,
Chronometer for Rachel. We're not going to go Chronometer for dummies. Chronometer for Rachel.
So easy, even Rachel could do it.
Right.
Yes.
So make sure you're subscribed to the channel for that. Just hit that little bell button so that you're notified when that video comes up. So that's if you don't want to use Chronometer, that's great. Use any tracking app, but use something to track your food.
Including paper worksheets, because I'm all about paper.
That's a good option as well.
So that's why I developed some worksheets that maybe we could use during this month.
Yep. Now, before you get into your worksheets, because we're going to talk about it in a second, I do want to say this. Whether you're tracking your food or you're tracking anything else, because we're going to talk about some of the different things we can track if you don't want to track food, like maybe your fitness, your movement, how many times a day you eat, how much sleep you're getting.
Yeah.
What we're going to encourage you to do is week 1, all we want you to do is track what you are currently doing.
Yes.
We are not setting a goal. So, for example, if you are tracking your food, and like, for example, Rachel, her protein to energy goal is 140 grams of protein, 120 grams of fat, and 20 grams of total carbohydrates. That is her daily goal. For this week, we are not going to track to achieve goal. We're going to simply track based on our normal intuitive eating.
Right.
Every time we put food in our mouth, we're going to track it in Chronometer, and then we're going to vlog 2 or 3 days a week, and we are going to try to get these vlogs out in a timely manner so that you guys can come along with us within 1 to 2 days of when we actually film it. And the first week, all we're going to do is track what are we eating. We're not going to track and look in Chronometer like, do I have enough carbs left? Do I have enough fat left? The idea in week 1 is, where am I currently at?
Well, I think that's very important because we have, at least I do, I have a natural tendency to want to talk about the problem and solve the problem simultaneously.
Right.
I want to identify the issue and solve the issue at the same time. And it's really just foolish on my part to think that I could both observe and prescribe at the same time, right? Like you don't even have that with a doctor. You don't have a doctor like sitting there and like as you're saying what you're having trouble with, prescribing medicine. He waits, right? Or she waits and like goes through it with you. Maybe there is a time of observation to see like what could truly solve this issue.
Right. And we actually got this because a couple years ago we did Deeper State Keto with Keto Savage, Robert Sykes. And that was one of the first things he did. He was like, well, let's spend a couple weeks, just keep eating where you're at and track it so I can see what is your current calorie intake on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And then we can work from there. So that's all we want to do is week one, we're going to encourage you. We're not tracking for a goal. We're just tracking what we're doing. And then we're going to see where we're at the end of the week because you may be under eating. You may be overeating. You may be like, oh, I'm having a lot less protein than I thought I was. So we just want to see where are we at so that in week two, we can readdress that. And if it's could be the same thing with exercise. Maybe we think we're doing a lot of exercise, but when we start writing it down, we're not doing any. Maybe we think we're only eating one meal a day, but when we start writing it down, we're eating 50 meals a day.
Exactly.
So that's the idea of week one. Let's see where we're at. And then week two, we're going to come back either with another video like this or within one of our vlogs. We'll kind of decide next Friday. And then we'll address what we're going to do for week 2 and beyond. So if you don't want to do food, Rachel has come up with some amazing spreadsheets. There's going to be a link down below in the description for our website directly to the blog post. And when you read through the blog post, it will also explain a lot of what we're talking about. And you will see where you can download by just clicking on the words. It's a different color text. And you will be able to download each one of these worksheets based on which one you want. So the first one that Rachel came up with, I love this one. And I'm going to encourage everybody to do this one, whether you're food tracking or not.
Yeah, this is really a daily check-in for both gratitude and attitude because it's letting us see what did we think about our day. I don't think that we talk enough about the emotions that we connect to eating and our eating experiences. And a lot of times, if I just sit down and fill that paper out on days when I went off plan or I was really frustrated, you know, with how I didn't get all my fitness in and didn't get my proper, you know, time of eating in, it's usually linked to some stressor in the day. Almost 100% of the time, I could link that to something that was going on in my life. So let's go ahead and see, okay, when I fill this out, I see, hey, when I'm in this certain situation, when I am not getting enough sleep, what caused me to have the day that I have? And also it helps you to take steps to plan for how are you going to change things in the next day if you need to.
And what I really like about this one is you see she's got a bunch of things here, like a daily check-in. What am I grateful for today? What did I do right today? How did I feel? What caused me to feel this way? What will help me be successful tomorrow? What brought me joy today? And what I really like about this is something that we talk about a lot, something that we encourage everybody to do, and that is go throughout your house, get a bunch of little sticky notes, go to the store, buy an entire case of yellow Post-it notes, and put all throughout your house, what is your why?
Yeah.
Right? You can use photos. We have little sticky notes everywhere on doors.
We do.
Sayings. We have Bible verses so that every time I look up, I see my encouragement. And that's what this is going to help us do. It's going to help us find our joy, find things that we can be grateful for, but also figure out what may be causing some stress in our lives because we need to address that stress.
And to have some action steps.
So the next one that Rachel came up with is this habit tracker.
I'm so excited about this one.
I really, really like this one. Now, Rachel and I actually have a couple of different opinions on how to use this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you talk about how you're intending to use it. And I want to talk about how I think this would be a good, useful tool for us, no matter what you're tracking.
Oh, absolutely. And that's why there are so many lines on that paper because there's so many components to our health and to our wellness, really. It's not just make sure you eat. It's not just make sure you move, but it's also sleep. It's also, as I meet my health goals and my eating goals? Am I doing something with my life? Am I making sure that I get out and enjoy myself every week? Am I having hearty belly laughs? Am I getting to read books that I find interesting? Am I calling people that I'm in relationships with and letting them know how I feel about them and really scheduling time to hang out with them? There are so many wonderful habits in our life, and to make sure that we have a well-rounded life, we've got lots of options here to make sure we're getting it all in.
So here's how I am planning on using this particular tracking sheet for the habit tracking. And that is, I'm going to take a page from our good friend Steve over at Serious Keto. So last January, he did his New Year's resolution where every month he picked a bad habit that he had.
Yes.
And he tried for 30 days to not do that habit. And then he also picked a positive habit that he wanted to replace it with.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing is, if we can do something for 30 days, that will become like what we like to call a holy habit.
Right.
It's about repetition. It's about muscle memory. If you look at somebody who's trying to learn how to play golf, or you look at when, like I used to coach Little League, we would put a ball on a tee, even for the older kids, and just swing and swing and swing. Why are we having them swing at a ball on a tee? Because it's in the perfect place and they can learn the muscle memory of that's the best place to hit the ball.
Right.
And if you can do it over and over again, if you can do that 100 times every single day, it becomes a holy habit of muscle memory. Well, it's the same thing here. So what I would encourage you to do is take this habit tracker, maybe find 2 or 3 bad habits that you have. It could be drive-bys on the refrigerator. It could be biting your nails. It could be, I don't know, cutting your bangs. It could be a lot of different things. Like, what bad habits do you have? For me, it's going to bed watching television or an iPad. Like, that's a horrible habit. It's horrible for your REM sleep. It's horrible for your circadian rhythm. All of this, that's a habit that I need to get rid of. And then find 2 or 3 new habits that you want and put them on there. And then every day that you either accomplish your new habit or you don't do your bad habit, we put a check mark.
Yeah, and you'll notice there's so many lines there by design because we want to get specific. Because I think a lot of times what we do is, what is your goal for this year? Well, I want to get healthy. But that's so broad. There's no way to high five on that. Like what would be accomplishing that look like when you have such a broad paint stroke on it?
Let us know down in the comment section, what are some good habits that you want to start and what would be a habit that you're trying to break? The next one, this one of course is Rachel. So the next one is going to be this ridiculous thing that is for the anal person that wants to write down every single thing of the day, right?
No, that is not what this is at all. This is an opportunity to get honest with ourselves about all of the eating and drinking experiences that we have in a day.
Is that what that's for?
It really is.
I seriously thought that was for the person who doesn't want to use Chronometer and wants to write everything down like Rachel.
Right.
And so that you can just write down every single thing you eat.
Well, I mean, you could use it however you want, but you'll notice.
But it's actually to track how many times you eat.
Yes, because, and this is a window that I have open here that's 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all the days. And all you need to do is write in there, ate here, drink a cup of coffee.
So you don't even have to write what you're eating.
No, this is for you to track how many times is something passing across your lips, whether it be a drink or a food. Because the problem is, I think that I'm going to find in using this app that there's some drive-by eating and coffee experiences that I am not keeping within my meal. I think there's things
we're not talking about drinking water. We're talking about anything with any calories, including coffee.
Yeah.
As Rachel learned today when she put 30 ounces of coffee into Chronometer and it popped back with how many carbs?
4. There's 4 total carbs in just black coffee, 30 ounces of just straight black coffee.
So if you were like Rachel and you were drinking 2 pots a day.
All through the day, using it as bridges all along the day, I have to count that.
And that's without adding anything into it.
Nothing in it. So I have to count that as an eating experience. And I have a feeling you could find me having something cross my lips 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m.
And we're not saying you can't drink coffee. And I mean,
No.
it's just one little
Just face
thing.
it.
You know, knowing like, hey, what's going on? Maybe you want to say like, I need to let this like not control me as much as it's been. So we have one more, and I knew you were going to come up with this one because Rachel always talks about she needs her blue dot.
I do. This is honestly the no excuse participation worksheet, because all this is a pass fail. This is for the person that's like, I know what I should be doing. I know how I should be behaving. I don't need a lot of like really scrutinizing tracking. I just want to pass fail. So hey, here you go. 30 circles at the end of each day. If you stayed on plan and did what you said you were going to do within the day, give yourself a check. And if you can be honest with yourself and say, no, I didn't meet all of my goals for the day. Maybe I overate, or I didn't get fitness in, or for whatever reason, it doesn't matter. And I love the fact there's no room for excuses. It's just a check mark or an X. Either you did it or you didn't.
Or you can go get a bunch of stickers.
Or you could get stickers and add to it to
go to the
really
dollar store, get a book of any kind of
celebrate it.
stickers you want,
But
and just put a sticker on.
This makes it easy enough for everybody to participate.
So we tried to come up with a lot of different ways you can track, whether you want to track your food, your sleep, your exercise, getting rid of a bad habit. The whole idea is to start holding ourselves accountable and go, am I doing what it takes to achieve my goals? Whether your goal be maintaining, whether your goal be gaining weight or gaining muscle, or whether your goal be losing weight or losing body fat. This is a good way to just kind of stand back for a second and go, okay, let's reevaluate the situation. Have I slipped away a little bit? I think a lot of us, including myself, including Rachel, slipped away a little bit during the last couple years with the pandemic. It was a little bit easier. We were home more. You know, it was easier to snack more. You're around the refrigerator more. You know, you get maybe watching more television, and our old habits maybe slipped away, and it's just time to kind of sit back and go, let's reevaluate. Let's get ourselves back where we should have been and back where we started.
Well, and it's funny, the most frustrating thing to me, and I don't know if this has been your experience also, is when I wind up in a room and I'm like, why am I in here? How did I get in here? What am I forgetting? What happened? How did I get in here? Well, there were footsteps that led you into that room. You came into that room for a reason. It didn't just happen. You didn't just fall in there, but you took steps to get in there. And this will help us to get rid of and remove some of the frustration of not knowing why we're getting to a certain outcome at the end of every month.
Well, that's going to be this video. Let us know down in the comment section. You're going to be joining us along in tracking. What are you going to be tracking? Are you tracking your food? Are you tracking your exercise or your habits? Whatever it may be, to let us know down in the comment section. We hope everybody finds some way to join along with us. Again, we are all about community. Feel free to go over into our Facebook group, encourage each other, put up there. Maybe somebody needs an idea. So don't even think whatever you're planning on tracking is silly, because you may think of something and somebody else is like, well, that's kind of silly. I don't want to do that. And so they decide not to do it and find out, you know what? That's something that a lot of people want to do, but they thought it was just kind of silly for themselves, so they decided to not do it.
Well, you could just use the 30-day tracker to be like, how many romantic gestures did I give towards Rachel?
Nice.
Perfect tracking.
If you like seeing videos like this, take a look at some of the videos we have linked right over there. Also, make sure you take a look at our most recent video, which I'm going to put right over here.
But whether you head this way or you head this way, don't forget to head this way. Subscribe to our channel and click the little bell icon. And that way, every single time we track something, you'll be alerted to it.
Till next time.
Bye.